Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'm going to talk about some of the most commonly asked questions, especially by someone who's been in a narcissistic relationship. The questions are like something like how to take revenge on a narcissist, or how to make a narcissist miserable, or how to punish a narcissist. It's quite understandable actually, because you are trying to get back on someone who's lied to you, manipulated you, and psychologically tortured you. There's just this feeling of wanting to beat them up or just take matters into your own hands and make them suffer. The other question which might be tied to this is clinging on to this idea of, should you forgive the narcissist or should you not forgive the narcissist? And in this video, I'm not going to be questioning like your sense of morality with regards to this aspect of forgiveness or revenge, but I'll just be exploring the best approach when it comes to dealing with these ideas of revenge and forgiving the narcissist. And when I say exploring here, there is no right or wrong. It's just about exploring why you need to wait before even thinking about like forgiving them or thinking about taking your revenge on the narcissist or on your abusive ex. So you see, like when you've been involved with a narcissist, you are traumatized and you've also been gaslit, which means that your reality is distorted or your vision is blurred. So all your actions and behaviors at this point are just stemming from the perspective of your tainted emotions. It's more of you are reacting to what they did to you and you are not even thinking straight. So the voice inside your head, which is driving your actions and behaviors and driving your thoughts, is just courtesy of the seeds they planted in you while you were in that relationship, or courtesy of your past painful experiences. In short, you are not yourself or your authentic self. Your wounds and your emotional scars are just running the show behind the scenes. You are still blinded by the past. You're not even seeing what's happening in the current reality. So anything you do is not coming from who you are at the core of your being, but through the veil of your past hurts. And when you are chasing revenge or answers to those difficult questions of forgiveness and revenge, the authentic you is still not the one who's running the show. You may have also like read an article advising you to take revenge by ignoring them, like exposing them, or just doing something. But it doesn't matter, because even if you've read an article telling you about something, you are still interpreting what's being shared in that article from the perspective of your false identity, which is you with all your past hurts and scars. So you should not bother to even look or to even listen to what someone is telling you is the best form of revenge, or what someone is telling you about forgiving the narcissist or not forgiving the narcissist. Because someone may tell you, oh, you need to forgive the narcissist to heal, or oh, you don't need to forgive the narcissist. No, it doesn't matter. When your reality is distorted or you are hurt, do not dwell on yes or no kind of questions. Just push them aside first, then come to them later on. I'll explain why you need to come to them now later on. Why does all this tie into getting revenge or forgiving the narcissist? The answer is actually quite simple. Instead of getting stuck in that rabbit hole of like revenge or forgiving them, or not to revenge or not to forgive them, you just drop all of them without saying yes or no, and you seek healing. You can pause and just tell yourself that you will know the best way to seek revenge or to forgive them once you are in touch with your authentic self. The narcissist is not going anywhere. So find that light deep inside you. And then once you've reached that light, now decide if you want to take revenge or if you want to forgive them. When you've healed, you will be yourself and not following what the crowd says. You will also not be reacting to the situation or because of your past hurts, but you'll be approaching this idea of revenge or forgiveness from a point of your own freshness or your own presence. So after leaving a narcissistic relationship, do not stick so much to those big puzzling questions that have to do with the narcissist, but instead focus on yourself and heal your wounds. Once you heal, you will know what to do with them without being influenced by what other people are doing, or without being influenced by your tainted emotions. The thing about getting stuck with looking for answers on those moral perspectives like revenge and forgiveness is you may find yourself in endless debates without knowing that you are not responding to this question or to this debate as an authentic you. You are responding to them from the perspective of a traumatized, betrayed, and hurt you. Like your subconscious beliefs about yourself are running the show behind the scenes. But once you drop those beliefs, you will know the answers which your authentic self wants. In conclusion, if you've left a narcissistic relationship, do not bother so much on those moral concepts that have to do with dealing with the narcissist, but instead focus on healing your wounds so that you can see clearly. Do not get stuck with pointless arguments online on what you are supposed to do or on what you are not supposed to do. Just step out and channel all your energy to healing. Then once you've healed, you'll know the best way to make the narcissist miserable or to get your revenge on the narcissist, or if you have to forgive the narcissist. Hope that makes sense. It's just more of getting out of your head without listening to the common narrative or what everyone else is saying, and then just getting in touch with your authentic you. Then now from there, you will be acting as you, not under the influence of other people or other beliefs or other perspectives, but just as you. And one last thing to note is your unhealed wounds or your unhealed worldview or your present ego will always choose the path that supports it, or the path which is less emotionally challenging. The ego wants to stick to that identity, that perspective. It doesn't want to be challenged. So you may think that you are doing yourself a great service by arguing with strangers on whether to forgive your abusive ex or not, but you are just feeding the ego because it wants to keep you. It wants to keep you there, to keep you stuck from getting in touch with your authentic, loving self. So get to work, heal, and then once you've healed now, you can share with me your authentic perspective on forgiveness and revenge. So this applies to even when you want to take your ex back, even when you want to just revenge or just do anything with your ex or to forgive them. Don't forgive them. Don't just dwell with the yes or no then. Don't get stuck in the yes or no debate or just reading somewhere. No, just heal fast, and then now you'll have a very, very pure, untainted perspective on all this. No yes or no morality. No, like, oh, if you don't forgive, you'll not go to, I don't know, somewhere. No, it's just you without being influenced by the past. Hope that makes sense, guys. And if you have any views, don't share with me now. Heal fast, and then you will share with me later. Until next time, see ya.